garden. Who remembers participating in show and tell? Okay. Yeah, there's an age gap in the room. It's all right. So, grateful to be here, number one. Damien, thank you so much. And Crystal, holy, I love the synchronicities that come about when I'm here and my heart is open. I posted on Instagram like 3 days ago, a white buffalo calf woman. I posted, and Cheryl, you spoke to her tonight. I was like, oh God, incredible. And the mantras, incredible. Thank you so much. And for those that are coming, thank you so much already. Show and tell. You would bring things that were meaningful or that you thought were special that you wanted to show off to your class. I don't know if it was a once a week or once a month, and it could be whatever you wanted it to be. Today is a very special day, and I had something written that I'll share next time, but I wanted to honor this man. I wanted to honor this particular man because it's his birthday. Today, March 3rd, is his birthday, and if he would have lived, he would have been 53 years old today. Gregg. This is Gregg, and I met Gregg in 1992, and we fell in love, and we got married in 1994, and as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, he's in a flight suit. He died in his helicopter in 1998, and this picture was taken within the month that he died. So I'm going to pass this around so you can meet Gregg and celebrate him and honor him. It's one of the, after all these years, 20-something years of his death, and this finally feels like a fucking celebration. I'm like, grief. I celebrate this man, and wanted to share a little more of the story.
Can we just have a moment and say happy birthday, Gregg?
You can say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gregg!
Thank you for that. The first time I shared at open mic, I sat down and I read 4 stories of my hospice days. I'm a nurse back in the day, and after Gregg's death, I paused for about 2 years, but I went back to nursing. I went back as a hospice nurse, and I shared 4 very special stories that first night that I shared here at open mic. And I wanted to continue that because the context of this whole share is that death is what feeds life. Death is what feeds life. It is death that feeds life, and we don't have it right. We're twisted around and not really understanding that it is death that feeds life, and it is death that initiates us into something that we'd probably rather not go into, but it is the thing that opens us up to everything else. And we have such resistance around death and dying and grief and how hard it is to be alive on this planet. But death is such a teacher for me and a great initiator. It's the most intense, it's the sharpest, it's the deepest. And it's just the context for this share is that Stephen Jenkinson has taught me those words, that it is death that feeds life. So in the midst of being a hospice nurse and really appreciating that and honoring that and being with so many families around that, I realized that our medical system, you think it's broken now, it's really fucking broken now, but it was broken then too. And in hospice, I was meeting people on the first visit and they were dying as I was meeting them. And I thought, this system is not okay. What's going on here? People are just not very well educated. They don't even know what's going on because we don't accept it in this culture. We don't accept it personally. We certainly don't accept it as a model in healthcare. And I thought, well, what can I do? Because I'm already a cog in the machinery at a certain place in time. But I had this idea. Why don't I just gather people around a dinner table, and why don't we talk about death and dying while it's not an impending factor in anyone's life? And so I took one of the few remnants of my life with Gregg, the man that we're celebrating his birthday. I had burned so much, all his love letters and cards and pictures and fucking wedding pictures. I burned it all, bonfire after bonfire after bonfire. I have so few things left. I've got that picture, and I've got this fine china. So before I threw out the fine china, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to set a dinner table for people. Pass it around. I set a dinner table exquisitely set with fresh flowers and our wedding fine china, and it was a potluck meal. And month after month after month after month, this wedding china, this china from that part of my life served hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who gathered for 7.5 years in the LA area to gather around this table to talk about death and dying. And sometimes it was about their animals, sometimes it was about suicide, sometimes it was about parents, sometimes it was about children. The theme, kind of like in these types of situations, would reveal itself very shortly after we began the dinner party. Death has been a master teacher for me. I'm at the foot of my teacher now here, Mama Shasta. But death has been such a powerful teacher for me. And I don't know how many openings that dinner party created, how much healing happened, how much insight or revelation or communion or camaraderie or grief or release, or so many things happened. Some that I know about, so many that I don't know about. But this china is so special to me. When I moved to Mount Shasta, I decided to put away my stupid everyday dishes, and now I eat on fine china every time I put food in my mouth, because life is short. Life is short, and we're here on this fucking hard and glorious trip. And thank God we're not in it alone. Thank God we're not in it alone. And when you feel like you're in it alone, sweet loves, when you feel isolated and desperate and suicidal and in despair and underneath it all, I hope that any part of my presence will help you remember to reach out. It doesn't even have to be for a person. You can reach out, you can reach up, you can reach down, you can just reach and pause and wait and feel your heart, because you will be met. Eventually, you will be met. Eventually. It's death that feeds life. It's death that feeds our lives. And I pray that this offering will just help you remember that, and to soften your context around all of it, and to release yourself into more of it. And I thank you for your time and your presence and attention. And I wish you all very well on your journey.
Thank you.
Actually tucked the small one away.
Let's give Laurel another round of applause.